It's the 49ers and the Seahawks on Thursday night.
From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, ready for this battle in the NFC West, a division of haves and have-nots of late. Division that's produced the NFC representative to the Super Bowl for 4, Greg, of the last 6 years.
Yeah, it's very top-heavy, and it's really interesting to see kind of how that baton has been passed. San Francisco and L.A., they've really been the belle of the ball over the most recent years, but it wasn't very long ago.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. Good return, but he pays the price in the end. Picked up and thrown down. The Seahawks come on, and that means it's Geno Smith. What a story he's been. Real turnaround here in his 12th year now in the NFL. Came out to Seattle, backed up Russell Wilson the last 3 years. Greg, he has been the starter, and he runs this Seattle offense now.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think 2 things were at play. Number one, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his second, third, check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws, so they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Well, call and play action in that situation, that's certainly one choice. I mean, I don't know if it's the conventional choice. That is a passing situation all day. Nobody's biting on play fakes, even a little bit.
This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here come the 49ers, and they are led by Brock Purdy. You know the story, taken last in the 2022 draft. The last 2 seasons, he has led the Niners deep in the playoffs. And it's his 3rd season, Greg, as the QB for San Francisco.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able...
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And what stands out the most about Murphy, Mike, is just his ability to play with leverage. He's quick, he can disrupt, and he is so good against those double teams. 5 sacks, 8.5 tackles for loss his last year in college, both career highs. I think he's a young defensive player that has a chance to be really good at the NFL level.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Christian McCaffrey. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Man in motion here is Jennings. 3rd down, Purdy. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, to punt. but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Seahawks offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Here comes the third-year man out of Michigan State, Kenneth Walker. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Walker. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, Smith. He'll complete it to Barner. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a 1st down. Straight ahead, it's Walker. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Off the play fake, Smith. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Noah Fant.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. A really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down. We'll try and run it with Walker.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early.
And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll motion over Samuel. On 2nd down, Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing again is Purdy. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. To throw is Dobbs. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he will have the 1st down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that 1st down.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs. How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, and I don't think it's going to be his last.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. What will the second quarter have in store? Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. 3rd down and 9. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. He's got it at the 7. About 19 yards on that one. And they're in business. It's 1st and goal.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be McCaffrey. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. Here's Dobbs. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Geno. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They get 24 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
Here we go.
The tight end Fant in motion. Smith to throw on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Smith. This one finds Lockett down the left side. And he'll be out of bounds at the 5. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down. From the pistol, Smith. That is caught back corner of the end zone. LaVisca Chenault. Touchdown, Seattle. It's his second touchdown of the year. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. Now Dobbs. Oh, he tried to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
The Seahawks offense about ready to take over once more. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it, and they're going to do that with excellent field position. They go play action with Smith. He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They'll run the toss with Walker. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. That's Charvarius Ward, able to make the play. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Geno. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. Just the lone field goal for them so far. Down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. Whoa! And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Nice run there by McCaffrey, and the reigning offensive player of the year picks up right where he left off a season ago. Over 2,000 yards for scrimmage. Second time he's done that in his career. This is one of the most dynamic players, regardless of position, in the entire NFL.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
Just nowhere to go once he catches this ball. You see, he's doing everything in his power to make guys miss and break tackles. Think he ended up doing a little bit too much because he ends up going backwards.
On second down, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Throwing, Dobbs. Open man is Jennings. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. Here's Mitch Wisnowski now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start just inside the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Smith. It is complete. He finds Lockett. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Working out of the gun, Smith. He'll get this out to his running back. Second and 7. On play action, Smith. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Third and 6. Gino to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Michael Dixon now, as he is on to kick it for Seattle. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Dobbs to throw. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Dobbs now to throw. The connection made to Ayuk. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Dobbs. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
So we've reached halftime here on our Thursday Nighter to start the new NFL week, as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Greg in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. A number of great games coming up this weekend, starting with the second of the 3 London games this year, the Jags and Bears from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being over in Arlington, where it'll be America's team, the Cowboys, taking on the Detroit Lions. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, should be a good one there, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Giants. For the Seahawks in the first half, they were led by their quarterback, Geno Smith. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And this will wind up a Niners first down. He's got this up to the 35.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. The linebacker, Jerome Baker, there to make the play. Now, faking the give. Taking off.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
To throw is Dobbs. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. It's good for a Niners first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. RPO here, quick shot to Ayuk. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's Dobbs. That's hauled in once again. It's Ayuk. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. The 49ers out to punt this one. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. He'll get this into the hands of his running back.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. And that is incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there. And now it's 4th down. The Seahawks sending out their punt team. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. First and 10 now from the 36. They'll run it for the first time with Elijah Mitchell. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down. Dobbs in the pistol. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Smith to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Smith. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now Dobbs. That's taken in by Jennings.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass. Because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time. And
now McCaffrey loses the football. And the defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
He gets it to Samuel, left side. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? The 49ers out for the punt, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. Oh, how good was that? Out of bounds, and they're going to mark it at the 2. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. Oh, got to be careful here. Looks like they're just going to avoid the safety, but not by much. That was close to being a disaster. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They run with Walker. It'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. Now this looks like a design. Oh, a loose football. And this is taken in by the defense. So points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, it's McCaffrey. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing, Dobbs. He keeps it himself.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
To the pylon, he's in. Joshua Dobbs. Touchdown, San Francisco. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Geno. That's to the former Patriot, Pharaoh Brown. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 1st and 10.
And the Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
From the pistol, here's Walker. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
A shotgun run now with Walker. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the gun on third down, Smith. This is intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. What a play by the defense in a tie game. Not only do they come up with the turnover, Greg, they score the touchdown and take the lead.
And that's just a mistake, Mike, at this point in the game that you just cannot make on offense. You find yourself in a game that could go either way, and you just gift wrap the opposing team a chance to take it back the other way and take the lead.
Moody's extra point is good. And the 49ers go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Once again, it's Walker. Walker, first down and more. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
On the bootleg, it's Smith. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, it's Gino. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They get 18 on that one. First down, Seattle.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Second down, 8 for the first down.
At the 18-yard line.
From the shotgun, Smith. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. And go down, it's an incomplete. Now, a big third down.
Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Play action now. It's Gino. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll go. Smith. I had to take a chance on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Brown.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The 49ers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. On the give, it's Mitchell. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll try the left side with McCaffrey. That is not going to work at all. They'll manage to only get back to the line of scrimmage. Very short of the 1st down. 4th down coming up. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. So now this team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. This one taken in by Chenault. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. He's got it at the 7. And he'll be taken down. Here is 1st and goal. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day. You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit...
And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but me, my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
They'll run with Walker. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts.
Mike, this is the right call. I know it didn't necessarily work out for them in this case, but with this little amount of time left, try to end the game in regulation. Don't force this thing to overtime. They get that 2-point play. Barring a miracle, they win. They end up coming up short, but I still think it's the right play.
That score, too little, too late. They need a recovery and a miracle here.
Onside kick recovered by San Francisco.
So, a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. And make that a 5th straight victory, as they're looking tougher and tougher to beat every week, especially heading to playoff time. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Seattle.